MissTransforce96 here with another video where I'm going to be talking about some new items from DC Collectibles, namely their statue lineup for the Justice League movie. This is quite exciting. This is 6 separate statues, all have been shown, and I'm going to be talking about it. So first of all, just before I start going into these individually, they do all come on unified bases. I think the bases are quite nice, although they're slightly small when you have a figure or when you have a pose with very spread legs. But I do like the Justice League symbol quite a lot. But as you can see here with Batman, I don't like the fact that he's like off the base practically. I think it looks very strange, and I really wish that they either made the base a little bit larger, or they brought his legs in a little closer together so that it wasn't sticking out so much. As you can see from Batman, this is a really good look at his new costume from the movie, where you can see his like goggles on basically, and his more armored look, which very much is reminiscent of the Arkham Knight video game, and I do like it quite a bit. I like his armor all over him, although he's like very exposed right here. It's a very strange thing. I wish that they added some armor on him throughout his entire costume, so that it wasn't like, oh, he's all armored up, but then there's just one huge exposed section. I think that that's very strange. His cape is cloth here. I would imagine it has opposable wire. They have it posed nicely there on the left, but on the right it looks a little just kind of messed up and just kind of fallen wherever. So, there could be a concern as to if it'll be difficult to actually pose or not. But, it does look nice. I do like Batman, his look quite a bit, as you can see. Very nice. Nice shot of the exposed area. Very cool base. It's just a little too small, tad small. Alright, then we move on to Superman. Superman's looking nice. He's in a super heroic pose, and although his body is pointed to the left there and his head is looking to the right, I wish that his head was leveling off with the base. So if they turned him a bit more and then turned his head slightly more, I think that would look a lot better. Instead, he's just like kind of, even though he's already tilted, his head is still tilted off to the side, which is a bit annoying. And again, I don't know if it was just laziness by the people that set this up, or if it's going to be difficult to pose his cape, but his cape doesn't look nice there. It looks very unnatural. So hopefully, in person you can pose it up nicely yourself. Then we have Cyborg. Cyborg's very exciting because this is obviously the first time we're seeing him, like in this movie. And his look in the movie, I really like how intricate his costume is, but he is very skinny. Now, the statue here is actually looking pretty good. I don't mind it too much. But in the movie, I feel like his look is a little too skinny, although I think that is somewhat interesting if they're going to make him very dynamic in fights because he's skinnier. That would be cool. If they use it to their advantage, that would be nice. But if he's still quite like hulking the way that he walks and stuff, then that would be very strange. So I'm hoping that he's going to be a bit more dynamic now that he has proportions that kind of fit the normal dynamic fight style of somebody like this. But I love the detail on there. The head sculpt is looking okay. The head sculpt actually looks a little small, but the detail on the costume, particularly in the torso, is killing it. I absolutely love it. Very nice. Like that a lot. And then he's standing perfectly on his base. Like, that's a great stance there on the base. Then we have Aquaman. Aquaman's looking strange to me. I feel like his head sculpt is off, but I love the hair. I think the hair is sculpted really nicely. And then this picture in particular makes him look very bulky up top and with like really small legs. I think it's just this picture, but it's very strange. And then he has a great trident. I think that looks quite nice. And there is a good amount of detail throughout. The shading of green changes throughout his costume, so I'm not sure if that was intentional or if that was an accident by them, but it does look a bit odd that he's got very bright green pants, but then like a very dark green everywhere else basically. As you can see, looking nice there though. Wonderwoman looks quite good. I like this. I'm not 100% sure if they are. It's because I know they did a Wonder Woman statue for Batman v Superman. This might be the same pose. I'm not sure. I don't think it is, but it could be, but I'm not 100% sure. Her face sculpt looks alright. I think it looks pretty decent for DC Collectibles, Her hair looks very nice, and I like her position. It's a good, solid pose, and it really does demonstrate the shield very nicely, which there's a lot of good detail on that shield, so I like that being front and center. And she's looking quite good. Then we have the Flash, another very exciting character to see. his head sculpt looks a little odd to me. I like the fact that he has a bit of a smirk, but it still does look a little strange. It's something small, but it is just something to be noticed. And then all of like the wiring in his costume looks very weird. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but it's a very strange thing to do, and I kind of wish that they went. I'm okay with doing the paneling, but the wiring that connects the panels looks really odd to me. I'm not too into it. The one thing that I really would have liked to see on his base is obviously for him to be in a running pose. This kind of looks like he's in a stopping pose, which is kind of nice. But I'd love some blue lightning all around him. That would be great. That would really take in this statue to the next level. But instead, it's rather plain because of the pose that they put him in. But there you go. I mean, Wonder Woman is in an excellent stance. I absolutely love it, and she fits perfectly on that base. Wonderful. And then, yeah, he's still got like that small leg thing. I don't think it's just a picture, actually. I think that's an actual mistake. He looks very odd, and I'm not too into that. Superman, super heroic. Cyborg is very cool. Get some packaging looks, yeah. So as a whole, these let's see if I can. There we go. So as a whole, these statues look nice. I think that if you get them all, they're going to look great together. Personally, I don't think that there's any that are too fantastic here. The ones that I find the best, I would probably say are Batman and Wonder Woman are the best, and then Cyborg is very good, and Superman are very good, and then towards the bottom I'd put Aquaman and Flash. I think Aquaman's got quite a few problems. Flash has potential to be good, but they just didn't put him in the right pose, and they didn't utilize the motion of what he creates when he runs. So that would have been really fantastic had they done that. But since they didn't, it is disappointing. These statues are quite nice. I don't think I'm going to get any. The only statue I've purchased from them was Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. That was an excellent statue. Really liked it. But these don't seem 100% necessary because they're around like $150 or so, maybe $120 you can get them for, which is quite a lot considering DC Collectibles sculpts, as far as their face sculpts, aren't the best. I would almost say that just pitching in that extra 100 would warrant the Hot Toys purchase, and you'll probably be much happier with that personally. But these are still quite cool statues. Let me know what you guys think of them, and thanks so much for watching.